Hello there and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto 3. Today we're continuing on Let's Play. This is episode 24 and in today's episode we are taking a look at the Firefighter side mission for Staunton Island. Oh fucking boy, this one's fun. Firstly, it's worth pointing out that the fire station on Staunton Island is in Asperita. I still don't know what the hell it's called. Asperita... Aspetria, that's it. Yeah, the fire station is in Aspetria, so if you need a fire engine, grab it from there. Alternatively, of course, you can start a fire and a fire engine will appear, but I would just recommend getting up from the fire station. It shows up there pretty much all the time, and yeah, that's the best way to get access to one. Much like, well, it was on Portland Island, the Firefighter side mission essentially involves you driving your fire engine around Staunton Island and putting out fires. We have to do 20 on Staunton Island to get the A-OK. Of course, 60 total over the 3 islands. We have done it on Portland. However, Portland was lovely and easy to navigate. Staunton Island is a prick, and you're about to see why. You see, Staunton Island has an expressway that goes the entire way around it. This is an issue. Getting to this bridge, there is essentially one way to it and one way off it, and trying to get there in the time limit is exceptionally difficult. And I'm talking very exceptionally difficult. And if that's not bad enough, well, just know that near where the fire engine spawn, it's actually sort of a dual level of the expressway. There is an underground bit and there's a sort of above ground bit. You've seen it before, I'd imagine. And yeah, that can cause a lot of issues as well. So, Firefighter is not fun. Thankfully, you don't have to do these in a row because I had to cancel and restart the side missions many a times. Basically, as soon as I saw a car had spawned on that bridge, I just cancelled the side mission because I knew I'd run out of time getting it, or alternatively, I wouldn't have enough time to put out the next fire. So, you know, you essentially have to do that quite a few times. It's a case of trial and error. There's no way to avoid cars spawning on there. You might have seen at the start, I actually drove away from the fire station before starting it. I kind of hoped it would start spawning some of the cars at the bottom of the map, but it didn't. It's also worth pointing out the fire engine isn't all that fast, so considering how sort of spread out Staunton Island is, you may have to restart as well, because you'll simply run out of time getting from one side of the island to another. If it calls you to a job in Torrington and you're already in Newport or Aspertia, it's just not worth doing. You'll see here I get confused by a dual level one. The Callahan Bridge of course runs over, and this one was right under on that fucking expressway. So anyways, I'm now going to use the power of editing to speed this up, because trust me, while it was a cunt, it still wasn't a particularly interesting cunt, so you'll see a few more examples of issues during this as well. So, here comes those high-speed wee-woos you're probably used to at this point, and you'll hear quite a few more times during this LP. Yeah, it is your usual case of Firefighter. Just drive around, press the O button to activate the water cannon, which is apparently invisible on top of the truck for whatever reason. The way I found this worked on Staunton Island is essentially you get a blast of like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 if you're really lucky, fires that were easy to get, and then you'd have one spawn on that motherfucking bridge, and that would be the end of your good run. So yeah, as soon as you saw something like that, you knew it was kind of over. I think I also ended up destroying the fire engine a few times. As I said, best place to find it is of course that fire station. You'll see here, I have no idea what happened to the fire engine after that. I think I may have rolled it and abandoned it somewhere. As usual, of course, with Firefighter as well, and with Vigilante indeed, it is an interesting and easy way to get some rare cars to spawn in the game. You'll see stuff like Mr. Whoopies, stretch limos, some other vehicles which are kind of hard to find, Hood's Rumpos. Cars that are sort of reserved for the third island can also show up here. You'll see that one is, yeah, I just cancelled the mission right there because I was like, there's no way I'm getting to that. So of course, if you want to keep any of these cars for yourself, pretty straightforward. essentially put out the fire and then go ahead and get into it. I believe also any car you get during this mission is fireproof. It's not really worth all that much considering fire sources used by the AI are virtually non-existent, save for those homeless people in the Portland Tunnel, but it's something worth pointing out, I guess. I have no idea what the hell was going on there. Just many sounds of the same... Yeah. Anyways, apparently... oh, it's the timer. That's why it's doing it. I missed out just there. I think if I remember rightly, that pissed me off slightly. I just wanted this done. Sort of within fighting firefighters, realising that that bridge existed. You'll see me cancel the mission and restart it a few times as soon as I see stuff appear on that motherfucking bridge. I think I have a name for this episode now, at least, so that's something. Did I have a name for it before? I'm not sure. Let me have a quick peek. I did, but it's not a very good name, so I'll use the other name. Anyways, yeah. It's Firefighter. It's Firefighter with added frustratedness. All that essentially means for you, though, is it doesn't make the side mission any harder, per se. It just means that it's a little bit more time consuming. Because again, you don't need to do these in a row, it doesn't really matter. So that is something worth bearing in the mind. But yeah, pretty straightforward, pretty easily. And there we go, that's the end of Firefighter. I cancelled it, I believe I checked the pause menu just quickly to check how many fires I fought, because of course, you don't know, you don't get your reward for Firefighter until you have put out 60 total fires, so we'll have no idea until then. But yeah, anyways, that's Firefighter. It was Firefighter, so... Join me next time, we're going to be taking a look at the vehicle missions for Staunton Island. Until then, a farewell. My insides have cut out again. Tongue-tied, I live life, but just